Friends, my name is Rajkumar and welcome to the Akashdeep online classes. So in this video we are going to start a new chapter, that is real numbers, class 10th CBSE textbook. Okay, so actually real numbers are everywhere. So we have studied the real numbers in earlier classes also, and in this class we'll revise the basics of real numbers that we have already studied in earlier classes, and from next lecture onwards we'll continue our discussion on 10th class textbook. Okay, so in real numbers, first of all we have that is natural numbers. Okay, first of all we have natural numbers. Natural numbers. What is natural number? Natural number is represented by symbol capital N, and natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 and ... It means natural number starts from 1 and goes up to infinity. 1, 2, 3, 4 and goes up to infinity. Second number we have is that is whole number. Whole number is represented by symbol W, and whole numbers starts from 0 and goes up to infinity. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ... Okay. So and next we have that is integers. Integers. Integers are represented by symbol I or Z. Integers are 0, 1, 2, 3 ... It means it goes up to infinity in positive direction and it goes up to infinity in negative direction also. -1, -2, -3, -4 and ... Okay. So integers can further be classified into two categories. One is positive integers, one is negative integers. Okay. So what is positive integers? Positive integers. Positive integers are which starts from 1. Positive integers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ... Next we have negative integers. Negative integers. Negative integers are -4, -3, -2, -1 and ... Okay. Next we have that is 0. 0 is neutral. It is neither positive nor negative. Okay. Next type of number we have that is real number. That is rational number. Rational number. Rational number. What is rational number? Any number of the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers. Any number of the form P by Q where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0 is called rational numbers. Okay. So for example we have here is 3 by 5, 2 by 7, -9 by 8. All are examples of rational number. Rational number can further be classified into two categories. One is positive rational number and another one is negative rational number. First we have is positive rational numbers. Positive rational numbers are those rational numbers in which numerator and denominator both have same sign. It means P and Q both must have same sign. Okay. So here we can say if I take P equals to 3, Q equals to 2, this is a positive rational number. If I take P equals to -4 and Q equals to -11, so this is also a positive rational number. Okay. So here one thing is, let's say if I am given 3 by 2, 3 is called the numerator, and in short we represent it by NR, and 2 is called the denominator, and in short we represent it by DR. It means in any fraction the number appearing at the top, which is called the numerator, and the number which is appearing at the bottom, which is called the denominator. Okay. So what is the definition of positive rational number? Positive rational numbers are those rational number in which both denominator and numerator both must have same sign. Next we have that is negative rational numbers. Negative rational numbers are those rational numbers in which numerator and denominator have opposite sign. It means if numerator is positive, then denominator will be negative. If denominator is positive, then numerator will be negative. It means, let's say if I have minus 2 by 3, here numerator is positive and denominator is negative. Let's say I have minus 4 by 7, here also numerator is negative and denominator is positive. So let's say if I have 5 by minus 3, here you can say numerator, which is 5, that is positive, and minus 3, which is negative. Okay. So here one more thing we have to see is, let's say I am given minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by can be written as 2 by minus 3, or we can write it minus of 2 by 3. All are equivalent. Okay. And next we have the decimal expansions of a rational number. Okay. So let's say I have a rational number that is 1 by 2, which is equal to 0.5. Let's say I have one more rational number that is 1 by 3. If I divide 1 by 3, I'll get something like this. It means this type of decimal expansion of rational number is called the terminating decimal expansion. Okay. And this type of decimal expansion of rational number is called non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion. Okay. So rational numbers have only two types of decimal expansion. One is terminating and another one is non-terminating and repeating. Here we can say if I divide 1 by 2, after some step I will get remainder as 0. But here you can say if you divide 1 by 3, you will keep on getting quotients and remainder will never be 0. So such type of decimal expansion is defined as the non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion. Okay. Next we have is irrational numbers. Next we will study about irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be written in P by Q form. So which cannot be written or expressed in P by Q form. So we can say rational numbers are those numbers which are not rational. It means they cannot be represented in P by Q form. Okay. Then example of irrational numbers are, let's say square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5, pi, e, all are examples of irrational numbers. Okay. So here one important thing to notice is pi equal to 22 by 7. Actually in earlier classes we have studied while finding the area of the circles, in so many places we have used pi equal to 22 by 7. But here we can say pi equals to 22 by 7. This is a wrong statement because pi is the irrational number, whereas 22 by 7 is a rational number. Okay. So rational number and irrational numbers cannot be equal, but we can say we can use 22 by 7 instead of pi, because 22 by 7 is the approximate value of pi. Okay. So we can say pi is approximately equal to 22 by 7 and pi is approximately equal to 3.14. Okay. But if somebody asks whether this statement is true or not, pi equals to 22 by 7, that statement is wrong. Okay. And let's discuss the decimal expansion of irrational numbers. So we can say decimal expansions of irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-repeating. Okay. Non-repeating. So if I express any irrational numbers in decimal form, its decimal expansion will be non-terminating and non-repeating. So something like this, if I write an irrational number like 1.234002931427654 dot dot dot. Here I can say that this number is never ending, it means it's non-terminating, but here we cannot see any pattern, it means there is no digit which is repeating. Let's say here we have 23, then 40, then 02, then 93, 14. So there is no pattern we can observe here. So this is the one of the example of irrational number. So to give more examples on irrational number, what we'll do, we'll take any non-perfect square number and we'll take the square root. Let's say we'll take a prime number, like let's say I have 3, and if I take the square root, this is one of the example of irrational number. Okay. Next we have even and odd numbers. Even numbers. Even numbers are those number which is divisible by 2. Even numbers are those number which is divisible by 2. For example, 2, 92, 98, 1048, 272, all are examples of even numbers. Next we have is odd numbers. Odd numbers. Odd numbers are those number which is not divisible by 2. Odd numbers are those number which is not divisible by 2. So something like 91, 93, 2017, 918345. Okay, so to find whether a given number is even or odd, first of all we have to divide by 2. If it is divisible by 2, then it's even number, or otherwise it is odd number. So we can say a unit digit of even number will always be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. If the unit digit of that number is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, then that number will be even number, otherwise it will be odd number. Okay. Next we have is prime numbers. Prime numbers. Prime numbers are those number which is divisible by 1 and itself, or we can say any number is called prime number which has only 2 factors. It means any number which has only 2 factors, is called prime number. So let's say I have 3. So I can say 3 is divisible by 1 and 3. So factors of 3 are 1 and 3. Okay, so that's why it is a prime number. It means any number which is divisible by 1 and itself is called a prime number. So it means any number which have only 2 factors or only 2 divisors is called a prime number. Let's say 5. 5 is also a prime number because it is only divisible by 1 and itself. Okay, and next we have is co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers. So what is co-prime numbers? Any 2 number are called co-prime numbers if there is one which is only the common divisor. They don't have any common divisor except 1. It means two numbers are called co-prime if they have no common divisor, except 1. It means 1 is the only number which can divide both numbers simultaneously. Let's say if I take example like 3 and 8, I can say 1 is the only number which can divide 3 and 8 simultaneously. Apart from 1, there is no extra number which can divide 3 and 8 simultaneously. That's the pair 3, 8 is called the co-prime numbers. And one more example, if I say 9, 16. So here I can say 1 is the only number which can divide 9 and 16 simultaneously. But if I take like 6 and 18, so I can say 6 and 18 are not co-prime number because apart from 1, here we can say 6 and 3 are also numbers which can divide 6 and 18 simultaneously. We can say 3 is the common divisor to both 6 and 18, and 6 which is also the common divisor to both 6 and 18. That's why 6 and 18 are not the co-prime numbers. Okay, and we can say the pair of any two prime numbers, the pair of any two prime numbers are always, the pair of any two prime numbers are always co-prime. Okay, if I take any two prime numbers, then the pair will always be co-prime number. So for example, if I take 5 and 11, so 5 and 11 are prime numbers. That's why this pair 5, 11 is a co-prime numbers. Okay, next definition we have, that is twin prime numbers. Twin prime numbers are those prime number in which the difference is 2. So let's say here I take 5, 7. Here I can say 5 and 7 both are prime numbers, but if I consider difference 7 minus 5, which is 2. So twin prime numbers are those number in which the difference is 2. So I can write two prime numbers which has difference equal to 2 are called the twin prime numbers. One more example is 11, 13, and I can write one more example, 5, 7, this is the twin prime number. I can write 3, 5, so I can say 3, 5, 3 and 5 both are prime numbers, but the difference between 3 and 5 is 2. That's why it is called the pair of twin primes. Okay, so in this lecture we have studied what is natural number, what is integers, what is rational numbers, types of rational number, what is irrational number, decimal expansion of rational number, irrational numbers, what is even number, odd number, and what is prime numbers, co-prime, twin prime numbers. So that's what we had discussed in earlier classes. So from the next lecture we'll continue with the Euclid's division lemma. We'll see what is Euclid's division lemma, how can we find the highest common factor using Euclid division lemma, and what is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. All these things will continue in next lecture.